Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today, we are going to be ranking all of the high-end apartments in Grand Theft Auto Online. However, before we go any further, I must say, we are not ranking stilt apartments. They are not real apartments. I don't care what anyone says. Stilt apartments are houses. They are not apartments. Plus, on all of them, you can't even get into the backyards, and it's just ridiculous. Stilt houses are fake. They are not real. Now, if you've never seen one of my ranking videos before, there is something that you must know. This list is 100% factual and cannot be argued with. Now, no matter how you feel about some of these apartments, I am right and you are wrong. If you disagree, that is. If you don't think that you're mentally capable of listening to the truth, then I advise you to exit off of this video immediately. With that being said, guys, let's move on to the worst of the apartments, starting off with F tier. So, how mad are you guys right now? That's right, starting off with F tier, we have Eclipse Towers. Eclipse Towers is the basic bitch apartment in Grand Theft Auto Online. It is the white girl with the white claw of apartments. Eclipse Towers is the apartment for people that think more expensive means better. And, well, it doesn't, let me tell you. Now, the location is somewhat convenient, of course, but of course, because it's semi-convenient, everybody on Earth owns Eclipse Towers. So I know that a lot of you are probably very offended right now. However, literally owning Eclipse Towers, I swear it increases your chance of getting griefed in online by at least 30%. If you have Eclipse Towers and you have come out of it, there is a good chance. Actually, it's literally a guarantee. You have been griefed when coming out of Eclipse Towers. Don't try to argue. You know it's the truth. Also, Eclipse Towers is part of Rockstar's milking machine. As you guys can see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different apartments that you can get at Eclipse Towers. Now, I'm sure there's at least somebody watching this who has all 7 of those apartments. You know you do. Yeah, it's you, isn't it? Rockstar basically tried to get as much money out of Eclipse Towers and the Eclipse Towers name as possible. And, well, good for them. They definitely finessed at least one of you guys. Overall, L apartment. Next up, we have Tinsel Towers. Yes, that's right. Tinsel Towers is basically the beta version of Eclipse Towers. It's cheaper, it's lower down on the hill, less pretty looking. Although, it's still not Eclipse Towers, so automatically, it gets a better ranking. Tinsel also has this weird maze in the back of it with all these stairs that literally lead to nowhere. I think you get to a pool when you get to the top of them, and the pool is really underwhelming and not even good looking. I wouldn't even swim in it, honestly. I mean, look at this. It's not even, there's no chairs under the umbrellas. Like, who is gonna live here? You know what I'm saying? And look at this pool. Oh my goodness. What a sad looking pool. Honestly, just, if you own Tinsel Towers, just, well, get rid of it. That's it for Tinsel Towers. Still better than Eclipse Towers, but not by much. It's only in C tier because it is not Eclipse Towers. And next up, we have Alta Street. Bro, literally, who lives here? Who lives here? Literally, come on. Come on. Actually, I know exactly who lives here. The guy who lives here is the level 24, driving the Weenie Issy. The guy that's almost a griefer, but he doesn't have an Oppressor Mark II yet. He's the guy to randomly come up to your car and throw a sticky bomb on it and drive away and then blow you up. Just like this. And then when you come to kill him, he flees in his Weenie Issy down his extremely long and unnecessary driveway into his garage. Except, I don't own this apartment because I'm not a weirdo. And I'm also not a level 24 the griefs. My dog, what is with this garage too? This is literally, this has to be like at least a quarter mile long. You could do a drag race on this driveway. It is actually ridiculous how long this thing is. And then it's this disgusting looking garage door at the bottom. The Alta Street apartment looks good from about, well, this angle. And if you back up any further, it gets progressively worse. Overall, the Alta Street apartment is absolutely garbage. It's still not Eclipse Towers, so it's of course at the top of C tier. With that being said, let's move on. Now to start off the B tier apartments, we of course have Integrity Way, which of course is pretty goated. It has Tinkle written on the side of it, and it also has this weird, well, thing sticking off the top of it. A bit odd. Now Integrity Way has an extremely strange driveway. You drive in this thing, you go down this ramp, which you will scrape your front bumper on most cars, and it's got this absolutely abhorrent garage. Look at the arrows on this. They think that 2 cars are supposed to fit through here? I don't know who designed this, but it clearly does not work. You're gonna have to curb your wheels on your supercar, or go up on the curb in your Rumpo. This garage design is absolutely ridiculous. However, there is a kind of nice parking lot outside of this place, but it's really weird. It feels strange, and the other problem with this apartment is, well, you feel like you're living next to a construction site, well, because you are, obviously. Overall Integrity Way is owned by most people that are, I don't know, a bit strange, but next up, of course, we have Richard's Majestic. Yeah, come on, let's go. Now, apart from the absolutely goated name, this is actually a pretty nice looking building in my opinion, and the apartment is also situated on some pretty nice grounds, I have to say. It's very well kept, it's very clean, it's very tidy, it's got this cool bridge that most people completely ignore, but hey, it's got a cool bridge. I mean, who doesn't like this? It's a cool bridge, look at it. On the back side of the building, it's also got this very neatly groomed garden with some nice benches, and a building that says eugenics on it. And as you walk down this little pathway here, underneath the lights, there is a very, very nice looking tree at the end, with another nice little garden, some more little landscaping features, and the most unfortunate part of this apartment is it has this weird garage again. I don't know what's with them and putting these weird underground garages in. I kind of understand it, like map-wise, makes sense to have it go down, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. Still, could be worse. Richard's Majestic pretty much gets a buy into B tier because, well, of its name honestly, but the rest of it is still pretty good too. It's actually got a pretty nice view as well up in the apartment. Next up, we have the apartment across the street from Richard's Majestic, which is taller, slightly worse looking. A very cool apartment nonetheless. This apartment is very nicely kept, it's got some very nice grounds on it, the stairs, beautiful. Just great landscaping overall. Only a little bit of trash laying around, but it's fine, we'll ignore it. But the true best feature about the Weasel Plasma apartment is the garage area and the driveway. Now this thing really does have a 1/4 mile drag strip to get into the garage. It's also got a double roundabout with this very nice palm tree situated in the middle with some benches right here. And there's also this very interesting looking sculpture just to the side of it in the middle of the other roundabout. I believe that this is actually a fountain, but it's not working at the moment, so But the driveway area of this building is just so good looking. It's also got this very nice curved awning here above the stairs. This apartment is very, very interesting. And the garage building is also pretty cool looking as well. Now, one thing that you may notice is that, well, the garage and the apartment is all the way over here. Now this is interesting because inside of the garage there is an elevator. Now the only way in which this can work is illustrated here in Microsoft Paint by yours truly. Somehow they've rigged an elevator that goes down into the ground, then transitions in a horizontal manner to the underneath of the apartment diagonally. I'm not sure how that works, but anyways, and then ascends up into the apartment. Very interesting, very new age, and plausible. Weasel Plaza is definitely deserving of being an A tier. This apartment truly is the second best apartment in the entire game. Now, if you guys have done your research, if you guys are up to date on GTA, you will know which high-end apartment is up next in S tier. Of course, it's Del Perro Heights. Yeah. Del Perro Heights is the residency of all of the true alpha gamers in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you don't own a Del Perro Heights apartment, you are truly missing out. I really don't even need to explain why Del Perro Heights is the truly superior apartment in Grand Theft Auto Online, but it just is. Obviously, it's got a pretty sleek black exterior, pretty nice gardens, some trees, some nice lush grass around here. It's got this very, very convenient garage to enter. Obviously, you can come absolutely flying around this corner and zoom directly into the apartment garage. Perfect. Nailed it. And Del Perro Heights comes in as the cheapest high-end apartment in all of Grand Theft Auto Online for $200,000 for the base apartment. Truly the goated high-end apartment of Grand Theft Auto Online. Anyway guys, that is pretty much it for the tier list. If you disagree, well, don't say anything. But if you agree with this video, if you enjoyed it, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Let me know in the comments down below that I'm correct. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.